Hello everybody, and welcome back to some All the Mod 7 to the Sky. How you guys doing today? I hope you are doing well. I am. So, last episode we got together and we worked on getting all of this stuff set up. Getting resources, getting power, all that stuff. And we've got a bunch of stuff. I just come in here. I don't know why I didn't think of this before, but we, I did not. Can we bypass limit? That's not going to help at all. Just how it works. We had to crushing the sand into dust, and I completely forgot about the flux hammer. This guy works a lot better. It's actually getting us more stuff, and I just had to go through and add some more of our Aeternalis fuel to these guys so we could get these going again. They were stopped. So, that's pretty much it. Done that, and if you come down here, I have got this guy set up now for latex. I moved all of that. We'll get back into there just a second, out there, and show it. I've got this guy running. I meant to put some upgrades in this. I don't know if that'll work or not. I don't think we really need upgrades. We've got 1.3 million. Actually, if we look in here, I do have all this stuff hooked up to our system now. So we've got 1,300 buckets of latex. We've got 5,200 buckets of liquid meat. We've got 16,000 buckets of pink slime. That is kind of what we're going to get into today. Let's go home. So one of the other things that I have done, I've done this a while back. We had our squeezers here that we made. We made a couple of them, and that was for processing through our diamond, and we hadn't put these guys in here yet, but the diamond, the coal, redstone. I thought I had emeralds in here. I guess maybe I don't. I've got emeralds somewhere. Maybe they're over here. Over here. Lapis, quartz. I've got, I set all these up to process all the stuff that we are getting from our miners. So if we go in here now to our ore, the only thing that we have now are the thermal ores, the occultism, deep slate silver, Certus quartz, not necessarily worried about. We're getting it other ways. Prosperity ore, wasn't worried about. Inferium, not necessarily worried about. That kind of stuff. So all of that is still in here, but I was processing that, and the reason why is because we were going to get into some ore duplication, and the reason why I went with the mechanical squeezer. If we go in here to our ores, and if we look at it, if we just smelt it up, we're going to get one. We can run it through a crushing wheel, and we got a small chance of getting an extra one. And then everything else is a chance at 2 until we get into the mechanism stuff, which is a pain to do. We get 2 from using tinkers, and then we get 2 and a chance at nickel at that. But if we go in here to the mechanical squeezer, we're guaranteed 3 and then a chance of 2 more. So it was real easy to take our piece of iron, one piece of iron, and have a chance at, getting 5 out of it. Most of it, I think we got 4 out of them, and that's the reason why we have, if we come in here, I've got 23,000 raw iron ore. We've got, actually, if we go in here to our raw stuff, we've got quite a bit of stuff, and all of this is just from what we have gotten from those little guys. So, but now that we've got these guys, and we've got all of our other stuff coming in, we need to find a way to process it. And we're going to use industrial foregoing for that. I don't want to do the mechanism way. The mechanism way is convoluted. So we've got ways of doing this. Not the fluids, the washing factory, I think it is. It's washing factory. So if we give it the raw ore and liquid meat, it will essentially, that's not what I wanted to do. This one here, we put it into a fermenting station and it doubles it. Now, from what I understand, pink slime gives us, it's either 3 or 4 times, and then the ether gas from milk and a wither will give us 5 times. I don't know exactly what the rest of them are. I've never tried this, but we're going to get into it. I always thought you had the meat way, and that was it. So we're going to use the pink slime to do this. So we're going to need, we talked about, before we get into all that, all this stuff is gone. I showed you where we had that going. We've got this guy, it's been running. All this stuff is now hooked up to our AE system. And I have already gone ahead and our dissolution chambers are set up. I just wanted to see how hard these were going to be. I didn't know if it would recognize it and put everything in here, if we've done different recipes in one, and they play nice together. So able to just put one down for the latex, one down for the pink slime, and everything works just lovely. We go in here to the pink slime ingots. We're going to need some of these, so it's one of the recipes. And as you see, yeah, it's oh, there it goes. I'll say it's not outputting that pretty quick. I probably need to fix that. Hope it's got all the acceleration cards in it. But yeah, as you can see, it all works rather nicely. Alright, so the way this works is we have the washing factory. The washing factory, we need to be able to give it the raw form of it, and then we need to be able to give it the pink slime, and it makes the raw ore stuff. And from that, we put it inside of the fermenting station, and that is where it actually gets doubled. And from here, we put it into a fluid sieving machine and give it sand, and it turns it into the dust form. And then, of course, from the dust, we just need to smelt it, and it'll make it into the ingot form. So we're going to do probably all of, well, not all of them, but the ones that we're going to be using the most of. Iron, gold, lead. We're going to need plenty of nickel for Invar. Most of this stuff we really don't. But we're going to do it, so we might as well go ahead and do it. Now, as far as making these, recipes aren't too bad. The only thing we need to do is the meat feeder, the fermenting station. I think we are good on all of that stuff. And the fluid sieving machine, we need to do a pink slime, which is easy enough to do. That is going to give us water as a thing, so I need to find a way to get rid of that. But that is really all we need. So let me get all the machines made, and then I will get this all set up. Alright, so I've got everything ready to go, sort of. So the way this works, we do actually need raw meat, which I need to... why is that not pull? Oh, I don't have it set up yet. So we've got this thing set up to the input set to pull from the left, output to the right. This guy here, the fermenting station, this is where our pink slime goes. We actually need the liquid meat for this. The pink slime, you can actually choose the catalyst stuff for this. So we have it set to the catalyst, and you see it is 4 times. Ether gas is 5 times. Nothing is double. You can do it with nothing and get 3 times. It takes just a little bit longer time to do it. So yeah, that's what we'll roll with from now. Once if we run out of pink slime, we can always do 3 times. It's not that big a deal. So, but I have this set up for the input on the left and right. The output. Actually, that doesn't need to be there. The output goes on the right, and then our catalyst input on the back. I have this set up here. I have a ME interface set with sand and pink slime, and this is where we are going to be powering all of this. This is going to be convoluted. We're going to not have any space in between them, but everything should work. We've got our universal cables to do the gas, to do the liquid, not the gas, but do the liquid, do the power, and do the, we don't need any items. But then I have this guy set to, with the sand being input from the back. This stuff being input from the front. We don't need that. I got to make sure to fix all that. That's going to be the hardest part of this, or the longest part of this, is just going through and making sure all this stuff's hooked up. So, this is going to make the liquid ore meet. This is going to quadruple it and give us our whatever it is. Let's see here. Fermenting station. What is this stuff even called? The fermented ore meat. And then the fermented ore meat will go into the machine with the sand and give us the dust. The dust will go into our redstone furnace and smelt up. And then it's got an ender chest hooked up. I've got a system specifically for just ores. It's running in here. And I've got a whole P2P system set up just for these guys here. So each row will have its own system. So all we need to do now is hook this guy up and see if it's going to work. So there's liquid meat. There is our ore. We can put in a processing, a speed, and an efficiency tier, and it'll work a little faster. So this will fill up with our liquid meat. I don't know how much pink slime it uses. So this is going to take about 30 seconds to do. But as we don't need a ton of it right now, this is going to work out pretty well. I can set this up and let it go while I'm at work tonight. And when I come back in to do the next video, we'll have all kinds of ores. Or not ores, but ingots. So 4 is going to turn into 16. This is turning into the dust. That is giving us 4 out of each one. And we're good to go. So yeah, that's how this is all going to work. That is not exporting, because I have the wrong thing set up over here. I have an export bus instead of an import bus. So I need a import bus. We have one of those. We have our acceleration cards and our cable. And there we go. That's taken care of. So, but now comes the long, arduous process of doing all these. I decided to go with 9 just to keep it all nice and neat. I got rid of the osmium. Osmium is not one that we're really going to need much of, at least past what we've got. So that is, we'll just set it up to be smelted in our thing and be done with it. So, oh, one other thing I done, and I just now remembered this. I did go ahead, we were running low on steel, and I've went ahead and set up another infusing factory for steel. I didn't have room over there, so I just hooked it to this. Once we get everything figured out, or all the channels used, I'll clean this up. Oh, and this is what I went with the water. I've got the fluid output set to push out the front, and it's just going into the trash. I have no use for it. And our water that we have is already full, so that is that. And now I've got to get to work. I'll be back. Alright, so we are back. Everything is hooked up. Everything is running. I just noticed that this wasn't lit up. Everything's going. And everything is going rather well. Nothing is, I mean, it's all backed up. We've got everything fully sped up as we can. The only other thing that we could do would be to spread it out over some more like fermenting stations, stuff like that. I don't think it's necessarily a thing that we need to worry about if we come in here and look. Actually, we don't even have to come in here and look. We can look in here. We've got stuff just pouring in now, and every one of these I have set up with a capacity card so we can put more than one item in the export, a crafting card for the raw pieces. We do have a bunch of raw pieces in our system. So, I mean, we're up to 7,000 iron ingots, and we haven't even gone through the raw iron that I already had. So, yeah, we can probably shut off some of this, some of the gathering of stuff, because this is going to, you take 2.8 million and divide it by 4, and then times it by 4, so that's just about what we're going to get out of it. So yeah, everything's set to that. We are the pink slime. We're not burning through too fast at all. Matter of fact, it looks like we're gaining. The liquid meat may be something that we need to look at, because we are using it and it's not at a very quick pace. But we are. Each ore uses 100, so we're using a bucket of it for every piece, or, well, we're using a bucket almost every cycle that this goes through, and we're getting not even that at a time. I don't know how much liquid meat we're getting at a time. 120 for every mob that's being killed. So we may have to amp this guy up just a little bit, which is no big deal. We can do that. We do have a couple quests to complete. One, for the fluid transport, we've got that. And for our pink slime ingots, these guys did not give us any quests to complete. So there we go. Oh, one more thing while we're doing this. The things that I didn't show. If we come underneath here, so I've got all of our pink slime and sand running through here. That's enough to keep up with it. They're running across all three of them, and it's keeping all the machines full with the pink slime and the sand. Now, we were running power for these. The power coming out of here for this is enough for the industrial foregoing machines, but it was not enough for our redstone furnaces. So I've got a flux point set up, and then instead of making a bunch of flux points, I just run the ultimate universal cables to all of them. So everything is running off of that. So everything is good to go. We're burning through a bunch of power now, I can tell you that. We're up to 32,000-ish. 40,000 RF tick. Yeah, we're burning through power now. So that is all of that squared away. Alright, so I think what we're going to do to finish off today is just work on finishing up our quest to, we're going to need to do this. So let's go ahead, finish up our applied energistics quest. I don't think we have energy cells are not where I know I have some right there. They are not on. I know we need dense energy cells, so we might as well do that and do that. But we're going to go ahead and finish off our quest line for applied energistics. Most of this stuff we're probably not going to use. That's not what I wanted to do. I wanted this. We want this. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm at for the moment. We've got really nothing else to do that taken care of. Energy card says it can be used to be applied to most chargeable devices, but also increases their energy buffer, which is nice. We've got our network tool. Let's get this up here. Network tool. There we go. That's taken care of. By the way, we did get the advancement for this right here, reaching 128 channels on our network. So we've got that as a thing now. Cable anchors, we need the inscriber name press. That doesn't have a recipe. How do we get that? South Coast. Let's get our cutting knife. Let's get us a bit of iron. And let's try this again. That guy. Quest complete. Beautiful. That is squared away. Next up, we've got our color applicator. This is for more or less changing the colors of your cables after they're connected to the network. So I'm not worried about color. So that is nothing that I am worried about. So that is all of that. We have a ME input output port. We have a cell workbench. We need a overflow card. We need a equal distribution card. None of this stuff I need. We need the weapons. We're going to need a portable cell. We'll do just the 1K because we're not going to use them. We need fluid storage. These we'll go ahead and do maybe the big ones on these because we're going to be using some of that when we get into a bit of mechanism. So that is a thing. We'll get those set up to go. We need annihilation planes. We need the formation planes. Don't think I've got any use for those right now. Basically, the only time I ever use those is with Botania stuff. Spatial I/O port. Spatial pylon. None of this stuff we're going to use. More or less, this just allows you to set something up in a different area. Or to store it. Consists of a cage. Extremely powerful hungry feature. That. Spatial storage. Yeah, I really don't know a whole lot about these guys because I have never actually used any of that. So that should be everything we need. Let me get this stuff crafted up. Alright, so this should be our last item. That is not. I can't read, I guess. Oh no, we've got 2 more or 3 more things to make. I missed those items. We've got the crystal growth chamber, which we need to make. We need the ME requester, which we should be able to do pretty easily. And then we need a crafting monitor, which should be fairly easy. So yeah, this is going to take just a minute to do. So I'm going to, I've got to craft all this stuff. So give me a minute, I'll be back. Alright, so now we should have everything that we need. And our applied energistics chapter is now complete. Like I said, most of this stuff, I can't even put that in the system. Most of this stuff we probably won't ever use, so I'm not too worried about it. The network tool will not go in there. We'll have to do something with it because I don't have any. I mean, it's. You can use it to click anywhere and see all of our stuff. We're using 923 AE now, so yeah, that's a thing. And we've also got another chapter complete. I don't think applied energistics. Yeah, that's all we've got. Let's just go ahead and claim them all. So beautiful. That is squared away. It's crazy you can't do anything with that. So we'll just throw it in the trash can because I don't need it. I don't want it on me. So yeah, there is us another chapter now complete. Like I said, none of this stuff that we just did we're probably going to use. So yeah, but with that, we are. This was the I missed. This was the main goal of the day, was to get our ore processing going. So we've got a load of ingots, and we don't have to wait for them to craft or anything like that. So we're moving on. Our slime, yeah, our liquid meat is an issue. We'll have to look into that next time. So with that, I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. Thank you for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.